And welcome, we are back for the final of the Greek Community Cup. Played between Port Melbourne and South Melbourne today. We'll have a new champion possibly if Port Melbourne wins. Otherwise, if South Melbourne wins, they'll repeat their effort of 3 years ago. Behind me, I also have the Heidelberg Bentley Greens game going, and we'll keep you updated through the telecast on how that's going, and that's for third place to sixth place, fifth place.
That's for the
Shield. So that's for another
final.
supplementary competition within the tournament. So right now we have South Melbourne on your right in the white, and Port Melbourne are in the sky blue shirts with the black pants. By all reports, Wednesday's semi-finals were huge games. Both teams winning 2-1. South Melbourne defeating Box Hill United 2-1, while Port Melbourne defeated Oakley Cannons 2-1. So this is the final game of the tournament. As we get ready for the coin toss. And we get ready to start. I can't say there's a clear favourite for this match. Both teams fairly evenly matched. And is the referee Mr. Muir?
Yes, that's correct. That is correct.
My God. Mr. Muir is the referee, and for all those people who remember, he was referee back in the NSL days. So quality referee. He won't be taking any talk back from the players. His moustache has gone white like mine.
I think he probably would have reffed some of the dads and uncles from some of these players, you'd think.
These kids wouldn't have even would twinkle in their dad's eye when he was refereeing.
It's a little bit hot, Arthur, but I think perfect conditions apart from that.
Well, that's your opinion, Rolando. Yes, being South American, you're used to the heat, and we've kicked off now. And Port Melbourne with the ball. So out on the right back, moves forward. First early shot, I think that's from Barack. Yeah, better be Barack, not Barack Obama. That's Noah Barack. Few aggressive early tackles here. This team's trying to assert their dominance.
Just for the viewers at home, we've got South Melbourne in their away white kit. And we've got Port Melbourne Sharks in their, seems to be their away kit as well, light blue colours.
Well, they are both playing away from home, Rolando.
Very true.
And of course, South Melbourne is kicking from your screen from right to left, and Port Melbourne from left to right. The tackles still keep raining in. Now an opportunity for O'Sullivan there. O'Sullivan again. There's some players to watch out for, as ones like number 7 for Port Melbourne, Kai Lister. And for South Melbourne, you've got players like Yosifidis and Barack. Players to keep an eye on. So, Catalyst with that. South Melbourne tries to break forward, and the tackle there, he concedes the corner. And the first corner of the match.
Pretty healthy crowd today, Arthur. We had the music earlier on.
And if you viewers can't see the crowd behind us, there's probably about 800 here. So here comes the corner. In swinger.
Oof.
Keeper struggles to deal with it.
Crossbar.
Comes off the crossbar. Goes out for another corner.
Interesting to see if anyone had a touch on that, Arthur, before the goalkeeper pushed it onto the crossbar.
I think it did come off somebody. I think the lag time on the live broadcast is more like 5 minutes, Rolando, and not 30 seconds or a minute. So next corner comes in. Corner comes in far post. Nobody there to meet it. South Melbourne retain the ball. And so Sullivan passes it into the box. Nobody able to get it, and the keeper takes the ball. And while the numbers are different to what I have, I'm thinking that's Sterling Angus in goals for Port Melbourne. So South Melbourne able to apply the early pressure.
It's two minutes back.
Cleared by the Port defence. Sullivan goes over the top, and it's way too long for Noah Barrack to get onto that.
Would have been an offside position anyhow.
Yep, the linesman's flag is up.
So in your opinion, Arthur, are these the two best teams that have made the final?
I think so, in terms of quality and playing style. Well, you don't make the final unless you're good enough.
True, very true.
But as I said earlier in an earlier broadcast, for football style, I was very impressed, super impressed with Keon Park, a team that just got promoted from State League 5. And the ball goes back to the keeper in Charleston. Plays out quickly. Yosifidis. Nice play by number 47. Port Melbourne for opportunity to shoot, but Cooper Head was in the way there. It goes out for Port Melbourne's first corner.
Still 0-0 behind us as well in the Shield final. So no score there yet.
So first corner now to come in for Port. Nice corner. Goes out for a goal kick. Keeper Charleston. Back to Head. Sullivan, back to Head. That's out by Kai Lister, intercepted that. Sullivan to Barak. Oh, opportunity there for Bruck. It just goes over the bar. And good play by South. The keeper starts play. Goes out wide. So got the throw into Yosifidis. To Sullivan. Head out to the number 47 for South. Looking for Yosifidis. Well tackled there. But Yosifidis retrieves the ball. Tries to beat another opponent. But Lister was there to take the ball away from him. They look to go over the top. Head plays it back to Charleston. Throw-in comes in. Still with Port. Now it was Ben Kaluza making a run there. South Melbourne concede another corner.
Pretty good spell by Port Melbourne at the moment, isn't it? They've pinned down.
Starting to squeeze them
South
there.
in their half.
Ball comes in low and hard. Oh,
Not a bad
that
shot.
was the number 10, Philip Markovsky, having the shot. Cross comes back in for Port. And cleared by the South defence. Oh, and great control by Paddy McGuinness there. That high ball, if you had seen it, you wouldn't have believed it.
Surely one of them's got a spur top there, Paddy.
All right, we're going to get a camera on Paddy. We can demonstrate skills to all the players. So the 16 for Port now, looking to throw it back in.
Geez, it'll be pretty hard work for South to be chasing the ball like this in this heat, but Port Melbourne doing the right thing by just knocking the ball around, put pressure on them. Let's see if they can capitalise on it.
Yeah, as the ball goes high and wide, goes straight to the keeper. He loses out to Killick, and Killick is another one who's an interesting player. He's been performing well in this tournament. A free kick there to Port. Bear to take the free kick. That's to the keeper in Angus. He goes long and straight out for a throw into South Melbourne. Throw-in comes in. It's going to be interesting to see too if the coaches start doing interchanges like they have in preliminary rounds, especially with a final match. I don't think we're going to see so many substitutions, Orlando, unless necessary.
Yeah, look, I don't think so. However, the weather might play a part in that as well. These boys should be pretty ready to go. They start the season next week.
Yeah.
A lot of them. So you'd think that they need to be able to set out. Another thing to note is this is the only game that's 45 minutes, half in length. The previous have been 35, so...
They get a full match today. Oh, here comes across, cleared by the Port defence. Yosifidis now with the ball. Crosses it in. Cleared by Port. Franku back to head. He finds Iliopoulos. Beale able to get it back to his keeper very easily. South Mel with the opportunity. Barak, and the keeper comes out well.
Good showing by the keeper so far. Is it a bit to do already? But he's always been up to the task so far.
So Biel, Catellis and Angus passing the ball between the three of them. Now Catellis looking to go forward. Comes forward. And there at the far post is Mastos. Mastos still with the ball. Mastos. Port still have the ball. Goes out to the 16 for Port.
Dangerous ball.
Dangerous ball.
It's another corner. How many corners is that now? We're up to about 5, are we?
Yeah, I think it's about 3 for Port and 2 for South.
Water breaking again behind us.
Oh, yeah. So the Shielders had a pause in play for a drinks break.
Cross comes in, beats everybody. Cross comes in from the 16 over to the far side. Nobody able to connect with it from Port.
A little bit of miscommunication there, Arthur. If he gone to the back post, would have been a better opportunity there for him.
The head just cleared the ball. South Melbourne looked at
Cunners
he's
off.
offside,
He's
Barrett. I can see here we're right on the halfway line. It's a good 2 metres offside.
Yeah, we do surely, yeah. One more, that's an hour. That's more in the hang. No worries.
So long ball over the top. Looking for Mastos. The keeper's there. Charleston headers it away. Long range shot. Another shot. Blocked. And Charleston gets the free kick.
That's for defending there from South. Effective though in the end. Goalkeeper's put his body on the line and paid the price for it.
So now we're changing commentary here. Rolando takes a break because he's been working so hard. And Jim Simos, president of Springvale Artists, is on the mic. As Charleston keeps rubbing his head, is looking to take the free kick. Jim, welcome to the broadcast. Remember, this is live, Jim.
Yes. I will try not to swear. I'll try to keep it professional, yes.
This is a family tournament, Jim.
Absolutely has been.
And how's it been going for South Springvale?
Fantastic. It's been wasn't so great in this tournament, but as host of the tournament, it's been a fantastic experience. It's been great to see the Hellenic Cup from yesteryear come back. So it's well done to all organising.
And I saw today we had some Masters games on.
Yes.
As
bit of a slower pace.
Well, I'm sure you had a defibrillator very close on hand.
We had 20
and oxygen tanks.
We had 20 of them.
Yeah, that's it. Some of the boys, I can say though that the old guys have still got the ability to shoot. I tell you what, there were some cracking shots.
Yeah, we had some big names like Peter Talakas, Mikhail Kopolo, all coming on board, names of yesteryear. The Kiddies team did win 5-4, so a bit of a loss for the South Springvale old boys, but it was fun and fantastic for everyone.
As Port Melbourne look to attack from another corner. In the box now. Everybody screaming for a penalty. Referee says no, that's a corner.
Agreed, no penalty there.
Now, what kind of work's involved, Jim, in putting on this tournament from the South Springvale side? I mean, a lot of canteen duties and...
A lot of canteen duties, setting up in the grounds, organising people on board. The beauty of it is having all the committee come on board. The canteen's been doing really well. Being a community club, you rely on that sort of stuff. So it's been fantastic.
Okay. Corner comes in cleared by the South defence, but number 16 has a nice volley shot, a little bit wide, but that he hit that sweet.
Yeah, so having the committee on board, setting up the ground, doing the usual from 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, just so we can put this on. It's fantastic. So great effort to all of them.
Now, Jim, rumours have reached me.
Yep.
Rumours have reached me here on the other side of the pitch that you're running out of euros.
No.
No, you still got some?
Still got some.
Still got okay.
Still got plenty.
So if at the end of the game I should be able to get a euros.
100% you will. 100% you will.
I was very distressed.
No one has ever left the Warner hungry.
That's what I want to hear.
I think our Euro is well known. Michael at Onyx with Lucky Bar in Oakley provides us with the meat here.
Bravo, give them a plug. Well done, Jim.
Plug. The only charcoal one in Oakley, by the way.
And so we know a lot of man hours to get this tournament through this tournament. Great to see Springvale artists now have a facility 24/7.
Yep.
I mean, there's not many clubs that can boast that. Yep. Big plans afoot for development behind the club rooms for mini pitches, and of course across the creek back to the old stomping.
The old one. Yep.
Yep. The rock that used to rock.
That was intimidating for people, wasn't it?
It was. That used to rock, and it was worth coming to watch Metro 2 and 3 games at that. It was fantastic games.
We won State League Cup.
There you go.
94 back then, being in that pitch. So it's got a lot of memories over there. It'd be fantastic when it
certainly
comes back.
has. It's amazing how much a facility, supporters and a club become attached to their facility, and it's good to see that a lot of progress has been made in the last few years here at Artis.
Well, I think even this facility here, it's been since 2008, and still serves us well. We keep it like home, keep it clean, keep it nice, and we put a lot of time and effort into it. People have been here 3 generations. Have been in the club from '68 when we were formed, so it's our life. I've been here since '87.
Jeez, there you go.
So yeah, it's our lifeblood. And the fact that we can actually share it with the Greek community abroad, far and wide now, it's fantastic. We've actually drawn Keon Park, another Greek derby, in the FFA Cup first round.
Oh, I didn't know. I hadn't had a look at that. Well, now you've had a good look at them. They're not
absolutely. So we scouted them.
Yeah, they're not a bad team for the level that they're playing at.
They actually look quite good.
Yep.
They actually look quite good.
They actually play football.
Yes, we did fantastic. So we had a bit of a laugh with the boys from Keon Park, so that'll be fun.
I reckon they didn't reveal everything because I saw the subs bench. I don't think they got their full squad out there, Jim.
Not today. It was rather warm for them today.
So, back on the pitch, Port Melbourne is trying to move forward. Again, there's a lot of intense battles in this game. Mate, I don't think these young kids realise who's refereeing their game. I don't think Mr. Muir is going to take. I don't think Mr. Muir is going to take kindly to.
We've had many run-ins with Perry over the years. He's not one for not having an opinion.
All right, so now we're going for a water break, and we can relax for a little bit while Mr. Muir tells them go get a drink. And Jim, expectations for this season? I mean, you had a great season last year, nearly promoted.
We did. We got very close. The last 9, we won 8 through 1, and finished by 2 points, just off promotion. The goal is to win the title, as it has to be. I think we've got a team that's been together for 3-4 years now. Sal, the coach, has been with us for 3 years. So we've got that over, I think, a lot of teams.
A lot of consistency.
Absolutely.
And everybody, continuity.
Absolutely. So it's, look, you need a lot of luck and injuries and...
Yeah, you need things to go your
absolutely,
way. Yeah.
Absolutely. But I think we're viewed as the favourites. And I don't shy away from that. I think if you're viewed as a favourite, you must be half decent.
Yep. Or you need to step up to it, yeah.
Absolutely. You can't hide from it.
No.
So that's the challenge we will have this year. We've always been the hunted, and Springvale's always been, hunting people. That's been our goal, being the underdog. We're going to have a bit of a different
role reversal
I think
this
so.
year?
I think this year. I think there's a few teams going for us, which is great. Bring it on. It's football.
And it's you got to say too, State League.
It's good
State
level.
League 1 has got to be one of the most competitive
Absolutely.
leagues in the whole of Victoria. Even as opposed to MPL 1, maybe up there with MPL 2.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There are no easy games.
Yeah, you need to look at Fitzroy got promoted the year before, and they got promoted again.
Yep.
So the quality's there. We
Yep.
finish off. I think it was 3-4 points off Fitzroy.
And let's not
the previous year.
forget they made the
semis.
semis.
Last 8,
Were they the last 16 of the Australia Cup?
Yeah, so they're a good side. So I think that could be us.
Of course, South Springvale were the first non-MPL side to get into the rounds of the
the
back
16?
then the FFA Cup or Australia Cup.
The last 6, I remember we went to the Gold Coast. I was up there to go watch us play. It was a fantastic effort. And we made the Dockerty Cup final that year against Melbourne Knights, losing in the 120th minute. Still burns. Still burns.
But not many clubs who come from that level, from those divisions.
Yeah.
Back then it would have been third division club making a final of a cup.
It was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge. To make the news, watching Foxtel News and seeing South Springvale on the news, it was fantastic. But look, to me a cup run's great, but the league's where it's at.
Yeah. So this year, have you any player acquisitions as you go?
Yeah, we've had a couple of players come back to us. Marcelo Arapas was one of our boys, went to Nunawading the last couple of years. He's back. Aaron Handarkas, who went to Banyule mid-years, come back to us. And we've got a couple of youngsters that have come through that we think are very good. And I think that's where we've improved.
I've been impressed with your young Ramasini who was playing earlier.
Yes.
Very, very talented.
We do. We've got a lot of juniors. A lot of good juniors coming through, which we've always prided ourselves on that.
Well, you've got over 600 juniors here.
We'll be at 450, 500 juniors alone this year. So we're the biggest club in the southeast, other than Dandy City, and being biggest community club out here. And that's there's a bit of pride in that. So hopefully you can unearth 3-4 from that.
And Jim, while we've been talking here, the Greek Orthodox community have come and stood right in front of us while we're trying to commentate a game. and we can't see what's going on, so we won't be able to commentate on the game.
That's okay.
They think they own the joint. What's going on here? And so the boys are back on the pitch after their quick water break. And so, of course, we've got expectations for South Springvale, finishing top 2, let's put it that way.
Yep, I think so.
Perform well.
I think so.
We
had our first hit out
run
last
a steady
night.
ship.
Yeah, we had our first hit out last night. The senior squad played Sydenham.
Okay, they're a very good side.
Beat them 3-1 last night. I know pre-season, but still pretty impressive. So it was a good hit out with Mato Dugadzic coaching there. So it was really good last night to have that hit out with the boys, and we'll build from there. So looking forward to the season starting proper.
All right, and let's get back to the game now. As boys are back from a drinks break. Has anybody caught your eye? Have you been doing any recruiting while you've been watching these games? Or you
I've
haven't
been running the bar.
You sent the coach
Been
out to
running the
do any
bar.
recruiting?
The coach has been here. We actually picked up one of the kids from the from South Melbourne, one of the 23s. with their
permission?
blessing.
With their
Their blessing. A bit of a loan type system, which I think is where this game can improve.
I think so too.
State 1 men's compared to 23s juniors, some kids would thrive in State 1. And with their blessing, we took one of their players, and he's learning with us now. So it's
That's
fantastic
great.
effort.
I always believe that it's great for underage teams to be playing together, but I think at some point you need to play with senior men.
Yep.
Because there's a lot in peer learning. Oh, and a deadly cross coming here. That's Mastos. Oh, blocked again. And that was a great opportunity for Port to take the lead. And a late tackle.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the 23s could benefit from playing State 1. State 1's not like it used to be. It's a fantastic, tough league.
Well, I've seen enough of State League 2 to say even that's
yeah,
competitive
absolutely.
because you've got Bayside coming up, another Greek derby.
Another
Thank
one.
goodness.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, and that's important for you guys. Also, the rivalry with Malvern, that's going to be taken up a notch next year.
That's always fun. The boys are good. It's good, healthy rivalry. You need that in football.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It's I see most of the boys down at Oakley.
Well, it's
during the
also
week,
good.
so-
The treasurer is always happy with those
100%.
games.
100%.
So Port have got the ball back now as they build up out of defence. Mastos there turns his player on Franku. Keeps the ball. Ball pass there, sees that Sullivan clear. And I can see here, and I've seen some of the games here, there are boys who can play State League 1, NPL 2 / NPL 2.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, most of our senior squad had played junior NPLs, like 22, 23s. Chris Cusis, who's come to us in his last couple of years, played at the highest level, played overseas.
Yep.
And he's come down to State 1. Chris
No
is a fantastic player.
No relation, by the way.
No.
No, just letting you know.
Chris is a fantastic player. And the leadership that he'll bring across to some of the younger blokes that we've got is just fantastic. And a great bloke to boot. So
South looking to break forward. And ably dealt with by the Port defence.
Might get Michael on.
All right, Jim, thank you for your time and joining the commentary team here.
thank you all.
And all
I'll
the
see you
best.
for a beer after.
See you after, and presentation and for a beer, and all
a
the
euro.
best. And a euro, yes.
And a euro for you.
But you better put one aside.
I'll put one aside
buddy.
now. Thank you.
You don't want any bad press.
Thanks for that.
That's all right, Jim. Thanks, mate.
Thanks. Hello.
So South are making a couple of substitutions at the moment as they wait, waiting for the throw-in. And joining us on the commentary team is Michael Karamidos, the convener of the Greek Cup. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you, Arthur.
Long time no see, buddy.
It has been a while. But I think last time I saw you was at the final of the Greek Community Cup last year,
No, I
Arthur.
saw you a couple of weeks ago here.
That's right, yeah. But I must say, what an amazing turnout today at Springvale's Artis, South Springvale Football Club. Perfect day for soccer.
And then let's not forget, let's quickly jump into this one. While we're at the final of the men's Greek Cup, tomorrow starts the...
Women's tournament, the
For the first
inaugural
time.
women's tournament for the first time.
So that's a very exciting prospect and well overdue.
Yes, we're very excited with the inaugural women's tournament beginning tomorrow at Northcote City FC. It's an initiative of the Greek community, as is the Men's Greek Community Cup, something we're very excited about at the community, Arthur, and it's all about engaging with our community for our younger generation to see that we are here for them and we exist, and as you know, sports brings people together.
Certainly does. Anything in the pipeline for a junior tournament this year?
Yes, we are planning a junior tournament towards the end of this year. I would say possibly, obviously, after the NPL season finishes.
It's around about September the
Which
7th.
is around about September, correct, yes. So, as you can see, being the third year of the Greek Cup, it's progressed very well, and it's just getting bigger and bigger.
Certainly is. now, how much work is involved in getting these tournaments to now? Much work is involved in getting these up.
There's a lot of work, Arthur. Obviously, a lot of hard work behind the scenes, because as you're aware, it's more of a pre-season tournament, precursor to the beginning of the year, and we have very dedicated staff that obviously work during the Christmas period so that this can happen during January. And it's getting the teams together, finding the venue, and being able to coordinate everything. And we've got a great team there, and they do a hell of a job.
And I gather finding the venue is probably one of the biggest issues. Of course, last year the tournament was held at Heatherton's ground, which, well, I mean, it's great that Heatherton were able to do so.
Of course.
But it's nice to have it at a Greek club. But this is probably one of the few Greek clubs that has 24. And with that, South Melbourne break the deadlock. And that's Daniel Hudson breaks the deadlock to make it 1-0. Lovely cross from the wing, right at the face of goals, and Daniel Hudson was at the far post to meet it on the volley. So well done, South Melbourne takes the lead, probably against the run of play.
Fantastic goal too. Yep. Fantastic goal to top it off. So as I was saying, Arthur, I can't thank Springvale enough for hosting the tournament. They're just an incredible team of individuals that love, obviously, the sport. And they've just done a wonderful job. And we're very proud to team up with them. And hopefully we can continue it in the future.
Now, we didn't have many teams from the northwest this year. And I am assuming because of the distance involved. But is there any possibility in the future of having a northwest venue for the group stages? Is that something in your mind?
Well, that's something that really depends on team availability. So obviously we put it out there to all the teams, and probably we start once the NPL season ends. And based on inquiries and registrations, if it does come to fruition, definitely we can run it that way.
You heard it from the horse's mouth. You start registering, and then things can be done.
That's right.
It's only based on the amount of interest that's out there.
Correct, Arthur. That's right. Yeah. Also, just like to take this opportunity to let the people know that also the Greek community is hosting its Antipodes Festival in 3 weeks. Our major festival of the year event.
Oh, is this a special singer?
We have a lady by the name of Maria, and her surname happens to slip my mind at the moment, Arthur.
Oh, okay.
The fellow,
I'll find out from somebody who knows what they're talking about.
My fellow board members actually were part of the committee, and let's leave it.
We'll get that
in suspense. But
that's always my favourite part. I love to hear the singers.
Yes, for sure. 22nd and 23rd of February, the last weekend of February. It's only 3 weeks away. And as per the Greek Community Cup, that event gets bigger and bigger every year as well.
Yep. Oh, definitely. I think it's absolutely huge.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that.
While we're on the Greek community of Melbourne and Victoria, how much do they back this tournament?
This is one of our, I would say, next to the following Antipodes, this is probably one of the highlights of our calendar now every year, because, as I said earlier, this brings our kids together, especially our young generation. And that's why I'm so pleased that we're launching the women's tournament this year as well. And we back it, Arthur, because at the end of the day, it's all about our youth.
100%.
And getting our youth to realise, and they are proud Hellenes, our youth. And we can see that through our Greek schools. We have over 1,000 students during the week that attend what we call the afternoon school, after the main school, to learn Greek. And that makes us proud as a community. Hence why we back this tournament and this initiative.
Oh, of course, because the Hellenes aren't just into the language or the religion, it's also the sporting element of it. and the pride that was brought, say, back from 2004 when we won the Euro, performance in the Olympics, and now we see people of Greek heritage, like, what's his name, Stancis, who's playing for Australia in the cricket.
Oh yes, Constance. Sam Constance. Sam Constance, who's a very proud Helene.
And
you can see it every time he goes at the bat. He does his cross.
We've got the tennis players.
We've got Tsitsipas, we've got Kyrgios, we've got Kokkinakis. During the Australian Open was wearing the shorts with ancient images on his shorts.
And that's become a trend for many of the young Hellenes now, is having that and going back to their ancient roots. So in other words, some diversity of programs has been absolutely important, and that goes to the inclusion of Greeks with different interests.
Correct.
Male and female.
And you asked me earlier about back in the tournament, Arthur. Our objective is to make this bigger and bigger every year. It's a third year in a row. We've got 12 teams this year, and my vision is to be able to, like you said, have 32 teams, maybe have it over 2 regions, and then we all get together for the finale. That'll be magnificent.
Maybe at a stadium like Lakeside Stadium or something akin to that.
Maybe that would be fantastic.
Yeah, it would be good for some of the younger boys here to end up playing there on a facility like that.
Sure.
We've just spoken about the vision for the this tournament. There are any other sports maybe that the Greek community is considering?
Yes, that's a great question actually, because I've been thinking about that, and we know a lot of Greek men and women because love their golf.
Oh, not me, but anyway, some people do.
But there are organisations, like there is a Hellenic golfing tournament.
Club, yes.
Yeah, and one of our board members, Manuel, actually is, I think, secretary of the actual organisation, and that's something we could do something over a weekend, a Saturday and Sunday. That would be a great sport.
A
Greek community golf tournament.
I wonder if is Grigoris Norman bringing some ringers.
We'll bring in some ring-ins there.
Yeah.
But that's something that had come to my mind, a golf tournament. Obviously, soccer's a no-brainer, and it's occurring. And, it's something that we could look towards in the future.
Now, not only is the Greek community backed this tournament financially and man hours and volunteer hours, but we've had some great sponsors for the tournament. You want to go through some of those? Yes.
Well, we've got Accountancy Group, which is Manuel Tsimiris firm in Clifton Hill. There's LV Furniture.
Sorry, can they do my tax returns?
They can do your tax return.
So if you want your tax return, you're looking for an accountant, there they are.
Manuel's here and he's present, so maybe after half time I'll send him over and you can have a chat.
Beautiful.
There's LV Furniture.
Oh, I wonder who operates LV Furniture, Michael.
It does ring a bell, Arthur. It does ring a bell.
And I got to say too, just so you know, Michael won't say it, but Michael's is part of LV Furniture with his family, and his family have contributed philanthropy to multiple groups within the community. They keep it silent, but we'll just reveal it at the moment.
We just
thank you.
Let it
thank
slide.
Your family and your family's
Thank you,
for
thank
that.
you, Arthur. And we have also Moraine Agnew, which is a law firm with our president, Bill Papasturgiadis.
I was going to say, who runs that law firm?
The president of the Greek community, Bill Papasturgiadis, runs that law firm. And we've also got Marini Papyrus, our treasurer at the community. He's orthopaedic surgery as another sponsor as well. So it's building every year, and the more traction that this event gets, and as you can see, we've virtually got a full house today. Arth?
Yep.
It's a very good turnout. I'm sure more sponsors will come on board.
And then let's put it out there to the Greek community of Melbourne that there are a lot of people who sponsor different tournaments.
Correct.
Or in different clubs.
Yep.
Now get out here, support this tournament. It won't cost you much. You'll get a lot in return.
Yep.
not just financially, but in community spirit.
Yep. And I'd also like, I said it earlier, but I can't thank South Springvale enough, Arthur, for what they've done. They've really
Gone above and beyond.
Yeah, they've gone above and, but they've sort of like, I don't know. In Greek we say "doagalyasane," the tournament. Oh,
there's an equaliser there for Port Melbourne. And I'm just trying to work out who that was. I think it was Fayaz.
16? Was it number 16? Oh, no, I think it's maybe 16.
Number 16, I don't have a name for.
Or was it 10? Number 10.
10.
Markowski.
So that's Philip Markowski.
Any relation?
Who is
to
it?
right now?
No idea. But it wouldn't surprise if he is some relation.
I think John is involved.
Yeah,
John's the coach of Port Melbourne.
Come on.
Oh yes, and also Arthur, we also have Orthodox Funerals as a sponsor as well. So I'd like to thank him as well for the sponsorship.
And that's another organisation that does
That's
sponsor-
constantly supporting the Greek community.
community.
Yes, so very big thank you to Orthodox Funerals as well.
So now the game's all 1-1, and where are we at? We're at nearly at half time. So an appropriate equaliser for Port Melbourne as they look to press the advantage and get the goal that would put them in the lead.
I must say, Arthur, it's a very competitive game at the moment. Like Port Melbourne's really matching South as well.
So the ball's still stuck there with Port Melbourne. Port player slips over, but there's a free kick there for, I think it might be for handling the ball. There's some substitutions are made just before half time. Che Gore coming back on. South Ops to go long. Over the top. Finds Toby Simeone. Big lad there. There he is. Toby.
Very strong on the ball.
Oh, the flag's down and the race is on.
Great tackle.
And it was an important tackle. And that was Bren Caluso who was breaking through there. Timed his run perfectly. And South Melbourne happy to see the ball go out for a throw-in on the far side. So we'll just keep our attention on this for a moment. Throw in, there's Lister. Mastos. Another throw in. As Port Melbourne look to press their advantage at the moment and the momentum. Throw in comes in. Cleared out by South Melbourne. So, Michael, any final comments before we head off into half time?
Looking forward to a very exciting second half of this game. But yeah, no, thank you, Arthur. And also thank you because you're also been an integral part of the last 3 years through your commentary and your expertise in football.
Oh, thank you very much, Michael.
And I'd like to personally thank you on behalf of the Greek community.
Appreciate it. Oh, South Melbourne nearly get the chance to go through.
And he's also doing the women's
Yeah,
as well.
I got.
But
I was trying to have a day off.
Yeah,
And somebody begged me.
But before I finish, the real heroes for me are our staff. Like you said earlier, Michael Proferis, George Manitas.
Mm-hmm.
They work tirelessly
Platona,
to get this up and
Rolando
running.
and Paddy.
Platona, and of course my good buddy Rolando and Paddy, and we've created a good team.
Yes.
Michael Proferis and Rolando work very well together, and yeah, I'm very excited for the future as well because I think it's going to grow. We've got excellent people running the tournament, operations, and look forward to the future. And I thank everyone for all their hard work.
And on our behalf
And getting
too,
this up and running.
Michael, we thank you for all the hard work. Number one, in getting this tournament started more than 3 years ago. And number two, keeping it going for these last 3 years.
Thank you,
A
Arthur.
wonderful job, Michael.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's get back to the game as we head to half time. Breaks out to Franku. He tries a shot and the keeper's happy to let it go out for a goal kick. So with the clock ticking down to the end of the first half, goalkeeper in Sterling Angus. Goes long. And with that, the referee signals half time as we see the score at 1-1. We'll be back very soon with the second half. In the meantime, we should also have some interviews available for you from the Greek community. Okay, and we're back for the second half of the Greek Community Cup final between South Melbourne and Port Melbourne. Currently the score sits at 1-1. South Melbourne are going to kick off and they're going from right to left on your screen, while Port Melbourne are going from left to right. Port Melbourne, of course, in the sky blue, South Melbourne in the all white. As we get ready for Perry Muir's whistle. And off we go, and South Melbourne look to take the advantage with the ball. Also, my co-commentator at the moment is Marini Papidis, who is treasurer of the Greek community of Melbourne and Victoria, and an integral part of getting the finances for these kind of events. Is that right, Marini?
Yeah, look, thank you very much. It's I think these events are very worthwhile. I think they help build community, they help build engagement. I see so many young people excited about being a part of something that's something greater than themselves. And so as one of the sponsors, and Manuel Termeris is the other sponsor as well, who's sitting next to us, it gives me great pleasure to watch everyone having a nice time, talking, sharing their thoughts and thinking about something greater than who they are and what they are and how they're going to contribute to the future of the Barikia and the Greek community of Melbourne.
Because we'll talk, we've so far talked to Michael Karamidos, Lead Samaras, from a parliamentarian. Being Greek is not just an academic thing or a religious thing, it's also an athletics thing, especially a community that has started the Olympic Games, for instance, and how important that was. So for the Greek Orthodox community, it's good to see them moving into other areas and keeping retaining Hellenism.
Yeah, I think all community groups, and particularly at the Greek community of Melbourne, one of the things that we've really looked at is how do we engage more broadly with the Barikia. Now, Greek Barikia is everyone that feels Greek. You don't only have to speak Greek, you don't only have to have a Greek surname, but we have people, children that feel Greek, that tell me they're Greek, and that's enough for us. And if they would like to play sport, or if they would like to be involved in cultural events or the arts and crafts, in singing and music, then that's what we're all about. Because our idea is to facilitate their ability to express themselves as the Greek community of Melbourne in the 2000s. And as we move into the 2020s, I think it's an ideal opportunity as we bring these people closer to us to have a broad raft of programs that are inclusive and diverse and really cater to all our members' needs.
Well, and I think we need to keep in mind that as Greeks generally been here for the last 70 years, probably 80 years since mass migration started in the 1950s, that we're talking about, 3 or 4 generations now that have gone through, and not all Greeks are marrying Greeks, for instance. The Greeks are now very diverse in their relationships, in their marriages and their children, but they still keep that Greek identity. So that word diversity and inclusion is very important.
Yeah, and I think as we move forward, the rate of mixed marriages, because we're an inclusive community, we're a society that enjoys to be tempted, to be teased, to discuss our cultural mores. We're proud of who we are and everything we've contributed. And it's interesting, as we see the pendulum swing a little the other way, we've had a period where we haven't been as proud to express who we are, that we've been a little reluctant to do that because we weren't sure how we fit into the diversity conversation. Whereas now, as we come out of that and we see our young people through mixed marriages, through children that have Greek backgrounds coming through, we see Greek being, it's sexy again. And I think it's sexy to be Greek. It's a really important concept to get out there. And not only are we now celebrating who we were and where we've come from through our football, but at the same time, these footballers are no longer expressing their region-specific identity from Greece, but they're expressing the fact that they're a part of a broader Greek community of Melbourne that have a Greek background. And that's very exciting for me.
And not only, I've seen... I'll take a closer example. My son's girlfriend is half Greek, half Samoan, and she embraces both, which is fantastic to see in a multicultural society that we are now.
And we see that all around the world. People celebrate the fact that Greece, Hellenism in the past contributed so much. They would like to be attached to it, associated with it, to understand it. They'd like to include part of that in their day-to-day lives. So I think it's great, and it gives us an opportunity as the next generation here to also form leadership groups where we can help the newly arriving immigrants to come to terms with the challenges that they face here in Australia. And this is where we're going with these young sporting events. Not only do we bring the young people in, but we help them through those processes, teach them what leadership is all about, how they can contribute to the broader Australian community, and I think it's a great thing to support.
Now, Michael was mentioning a golf tournament. It's being from a medical profession, I'm assuming every Wednesday you play golf.
Well, I think golf's
I know he's the sponsor, but I was wondering if...
I'll let Manuel sort of fill people in, but I think one of the great things about golf is the camaraderie, is the ability to reflect. And golf is a therapeutic element as well, because not only do you play 18 holes against yourself, but a lot of the time when you're playing those 18 holes, you discuss problems and issues, and everyone in general, but particularly men that don't tend to discuss these issues at home or with their friends, because it's a little stigmatized. Golf is one of those elements where they can talk these issues through, and it helps them become more comfortable with who they are, and hopefully more comfortable in terms of how they may go about resolving their issues.
Yeah, I can't see it because I don't like... I'd throw a golf club or something. It's not for me, but I get it. It's for other people, and they should be included as well. Marini, your role as treasurer of the Greek Orthodox community, does that present you many challenges?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge is that we'd like to program broadly. And programming broadly means we like to have very price point efficient events that are not too intrusive on people's economies, so they can come in and participate. So quite often the community invests in all our programs. There is support from the government, and we'd like to acknowledge the fact that the state government of Victoria and the federal government of Australia often come in and support our programs. But the community itself, through its own funds, invests in the programs and really gets those programs over the line at a price point that we think allows people to participate. And the greatest example of that is the upcoming Lonsdale Street Festival. I mean, Antipodes is around the corner, and we invest over $500,000 in those events, and that's an incredible event.
And how long has that been going for now?
Oh, it's been going for a very long time, since the 80s. So it's been around for a very long time, and it's here to stay. It's one of the Tier 1 events now here in Victoria.
I'm not surprised.
So the government's very much on board, and we've been very pleased to be working with them collaboratively. And the City of Melbourne's also on board, and the Mayor's very good. So I think it's an event that's here to stay for the long term.
I don't think there's many events in Melbourne that would attract over 100,000 people. If it's more than that, I'm assuming.
I mean, that weekend, for anyone that's listening, with the street shutting down, the whole of the street shutting down along Lonsdale Street from probably Swanson Street to Exhibition Street. It's incredible. We have hundreds of young performers that come along and sing and dance. We have numerous store holders with different foods and different items that people can purchase, and it's just around the corner. It's only 3 weeks away.
You guys must be under the pump then.
Well, it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's busy, but it's exciting. Okay. So we're very pleased to put it on. We'd like to call out there to everyone that feels Greek, is Greek, would like to be Greek, to reach out and be a part. They don't, not only in terms of sponsoring, but really just contributing and being part of all our events.
All right, on that note, Marini, I think I'd better get back to a little bit of the football.
Lovely to
Thank you very much for your time.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
No worries. And we'll have Manuel on Samaras on shortly. But we'll just go back and get an update from how the game's going at the moment, because there is a game. And currently still 1-1 from what we can see in the action and what you've been seeing at home. It looks like South Melbourne, Port Melbourne game is on edge. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up going to penalties, or if one player on either side can make a difference. So now, ball still in dispute. South Melbourne look to try and get out of there with Franku. Out to O'Sullivan. Goes out wide looking for Daniel Hudson. He makes it. Ball still in play. Cuts it short. Sullivan turns his man. Gets his cross in. And Port Melbourne get away with the ball down on the far side. And sitting next to me is Manuel Samaras, Vice Accountancy GP sponsor. I don't know what Michael just wrote down there. It sounds like you sponsor the Grand Prix.
Thanks, Arthur. Thanks, but yeah, I think it's a bit of Accountancy Group is my firm. It's an accounting firm that.
How does group become GP, Michael?
GP, just shorten the group, right? So,
GRP. It's GRP.
Yeah.
Even I know that.
Yeah. So we're a sponsor. I'm Marini's assistant in Treasury of the Greek community. Yeah. So it's it's an amazing tournament that's here. We're seeing today.
So, Manuel, tell me about you crazy guys that go play golf.
Golf. Okay, so I'm involved with a Golden Olive Golf Club, and it's part of a golf federation where we have we tend to host an annual event, which is the Australian Hellenic Golf Open.
So it's open. It's Australia wide.
Yeah. So that we also in the past we'd have players that came in from a national level. So if you remember Peter Katholis, his son used to come in every year as well. From Sydney. We'd also take the tournament to. We've taken it to Newcastle. That was a successful event.
Oh wow! Okay.
We've taken.
So it's not just located in one city. It's you're rotating it.
We also had the Diaspora tournament. We've played it in Greece as well.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's quite a big event. So now we're.
I'm getting in on this now. I understand. This is a way to just get away from the wives.
Yeah. It's a bit of that. There's a lot of.
Count me in.
There's plenty of golf. We play a lot of poker with the boys whilst we're away.
It's
very therapeutic, right?
We're safe in talking here because I know none of the women are going to be watching.
No, they're at Chadstone tonight.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, well, that's exciting. That's certainly something different. And where are you taking the golf tournament now? Where do you want to take it?
So we've got an upcoming event on the 27th of April. So we're playing at the Rosebud Country Club and a daily comp event. That's So each club, so, our club, which is the Golden Olive Golf Club, there's the Aegeans, the Greek Gentlemen and the Cypriot clubs, and we're all hosting about 20 players.
Wow. Okay.
So each club puts up their 20 players that are able to play for the day, and then I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's the best 5 count, I think, and then we're playing it's a comp amongst the so we're playing like a Hellenic Shield.
So, serious question here: has anybody played in this tournament wearing a tsolyadiko?
No, we don't. But we have.
Can we offer a prize for the first person to go on the golf course in a tsolya uniform?
No, yes, because I'm probably, unfortunately, the etiquette of golf, where some of the courses make sure that your shirt's tucked in, your socks are long, so they're.
Well, we're in. We're just a fustanella part.
Fustanella, so yeah.
Plus fours.
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
So what Marini was saying, sort of walking down the fairway, it's a very social. Golf is social because you're walking down the fairway with 3 of your mates and you're playing a round of golf. But if you're having a bad round of golf, you could be on your own because you're in the trees, going from tree to tree.
Well, I'll let you guys know. My youngest son, pretty much every Sunday or second Sunday morning, he's either playing with his cousins and his auntie, my cousin. They go out and they play, and that's very much a bonding and fun time for them.
Yeah, it's a great sport. So, it's a sport that sort of takes 2.5 hours for each 9 holes. So it's about 4 to 5 hour round of golf. And you end up at a golf course, back at the clubhouse, and have a bite to eat, and that's a nice social event.
And also, you're a sponsor of the tournament. What got you into sponsoring the tournament?
Like most of us that are sponsored. So Michael's company, Marini's Active Orthopedic, our firm as well. It's to make it, to make sure this goes ahead. Michael rang around and drummed up sponsorship.
So to those thinking of sponsoring or not sure whether to sponsor this tournament, how much has it given back to you?
Scott. Go south.
So South Melbourne's number 43, Tari Papin. So South Melbourne have taken the lead, and although they've taken the replay machine away from me, but that's all right. Don't worry, it's 2 minutes lag time, so come to me in 2 minutes. Yeah, what's the reward for those thinking of sponsoring? What are the rewards?
Yeah, so I think it's giving back to the community, because without the support, financial and and other support, turning up to events, giving your time, these events won't happen, right? So it costs quite a bit of money to host the event. So we need some financial backing from various businesses that we can raise some money just to make them happen, right? Because they're not we need the support. The Greek community needs the support of various committee members and sport organisations, and we can make sure these events happen. Because the community is putting on a lot of events during the year. We've got, as Marini said before, we've got, on the 22nd and 23rd of this month, we've got the Lonsdale Street Festival, which is
the big one.
It's a huge event, right? It's a huge event for for Victoria. Obviously, the City of Melbourne and the government of Victoria backs it, with the financial.
Well, we're saying, what other event? There's not many events that attract over 100,000 people. To Moomba,
Australian Grand Prix, Australian Open.
Oh, well, let's forget their sporting events.
Yeah.
This is a cultural event.
Yeah.
So,
it's probably Moomba. You're right.
Yeah.
So, so it's an amazing event, and over time, and you'll see some new changes this year, where we've got an amazing singer that's come from Greece.
Do you know her name?
Yeah, Anatoly, Sulia Anatoly. She trades under 2 names. It's Morphy and Anatoly.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why.
See, at least I'm talking to somebody who knows what they're talking
That's why I
about.
brought the money man here.
I'm glad I'm talking, Michael. I'm glad I'm talking to somebody who knows what they're talking about. Right? This is great. That's great.
It's this one. So she's got 2 names. She's got Rena Morphy, and she also trades as Sulia Anatoly. So yeah.
It's always been great, the main stage and all the singers and the kids dancing and the older ones dancing up. Even my son and daughter, and they've danced on that main stage when they were little.
We all did.
It's great,
So I danced with the Cretans, the Silver many years ago. When I could do the talimia up in the air. Now, pretty hard to get up in the air.
I know a good surgeon.
To recover. No, so that's why I'll try not to do them, right? But this year, what you'll find is that the car park on Lonsdale Street as well, they're going to turn it into a nightclub as well.
Go on,
so
something different.
What is it? A silent disco, yeah. And there's going to be...
Sorry, Pusto Diallo is silent disco.
They wear the headsets.
They wear headsets.
Oh, is that what it is?
Music's channeled through that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah,
Really? Okay.
So,
It's amazing, right? So
what do they think of next? Seriously, I'm way behind.
as well, Arthur. Board members. We'll have to give it to the president.
Have fun. So I'll be out on the main stage. You guys enjoy your disco. I can't do disco now. I've got to see a good surgeon as well.
Arthur, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Marini. Thank you very much for coming on, all three of you. And I know we've had a little bit of fun as well. But thank you for all your hard work in the Greek community, because I know sometimes it gets a little bit thankless.
Thank you.
We appreciate your support too.
No worries, guys. All right, back to the game. So don't forget, South Melbourne just popped through another one, and that's 3-1 to South. Noah Barrick on that one. Now, that was well put away, and I think Port Melbourne getting caught out here now, trying to chase that equaliser. They've still got time on their hands. Plenty of time to get back into this game. Just got to keep your head low and focus on the objective ahead. I think that one was Thierry Papin. He's either related to Jean-Pierre Papin or Thierry Henry. Or both.
23, Glasgow, Noah
Yeah.
Barrack.
Yep, I had Noah Barrack, Thierry, and then I think the other one was
One that scored George Stavros.
George Sarastavros.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
3-1.
I know. I missed that one. And I know young George. His family. 0-0 behind us with Bentley Greens and Heidelberg. Deadlock's not broken yet. Holy shit. Sorry. My apologies. I just saw it. That was a bit of a... I don't know who he's going to give the yellow card to. Yeah, we got Paddy McGuinness back on the frame, and let's get back into the football because
Beautiful. Thank you for
we've
having
missed
me.
a little bit of action.
Ball's out for a throw in. Still plenty of time left for Port Melbourne to pull a goal back. They put
100%, Paddy, yeah. They just got to stay focused and not panic because they're losing.
Yeah, the third goal there they scored was quite unfortunate. It just ricocheted off the South Melbourne's fella chest and left it 1-on-1, and yeah, it was a great goal.
So Lister now trying to get the cross in. He gets the corner. I think the important message for Port Melbourne here is not to panic. Here we go, short corner taken. As Fayaz looks to drive in. Plays it back to Fayaz. Fayaz now, nice play by Fayaz.
Well
Clear by
cleared.
South Melbourne. As the keeper, Angus Sterling now, goes wide. It's Lister.
Oh, pull
Dragged
back,
down.
yeah, deliberate pull back.
Oh,
Should be a yellow
Perry
card.
Muir's not going to let that one go.
Yeah. Easy decision there for the ref.
I've got to admit, Paddy, the referee's been pretty... I haven't disagreed with any of their decisions in this tournament. They've been pretty.
No, the
damn
referees have been absolutely fantastic throughout the course of the tournament.
And I think we've mentioned everybody involved in this tournament, but we haven't mentioned the referees. Oh yeah, Perry's telling him, "Oh, you better get back, son." Listen to Perry.
Nothing gets past Perry.
No.
No, he's controlled the game really well, I feel.
So Fayaz now, Fayaz moved away. Lister's come over the ball. I reckon he's going to have a crack, Paddy.
It's a good opportunity to get them back into the game.
Oh, too high. So we have a drinks break here at South Melbourne, Port Melbourne. Well, I know the number 16.
Yes, number 16, yeah.
Yeah,
the mystery man, number 16.
The mystery man for us, number 6. Fires has been on also during the tournament been very strong, but hasn't had a big influence on this game, as well as Kai Lister, another one who has had a good tournament. Hasn't had that much influence on the game, and you'd hope that those two would step up and get Port back into the game. As well as Philip Markovsky, who's had a good game. He's had a great game so far.
Yeah, Thomas Killick out here on the left-hand side as well. Another player, very promising player over the tournament. Contributed with a couple of goals over the tournament as well, so very good on the ball. A player to watch out for in the future.
So we restart from the drinks break, and Miyini goes forward. Ball goes out. Throw into South Melbourne. How about we do Leo right after the game? Yeah. Okay. We'll do
An opportunity for Port Melbourne. Oh, good strike just over the bar.
So goal kick to South Melbourne as they come out and play through. Can't see.
For a long ball over the top.
Finds Yosifidis, but Yosifidis can't keep it in. Throw into Port Melbourne. Intercepted by Killick. Goes back to Angus Sterling, the goalkeeper for Port Melbourne.
Do you want to go first, Leo? Yeah. All right, we'll go. All right. Come, Leo.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Bill.
There we go.
John's right after Leo. Yeah, good. How are you?
So throw in on the far side.
What's my role?
Chairman. So another throw in on the far side for South Melbourne. Fourth goal here would be probably the end for Port, so they have to stay strong.
the cultural committee.
Throwing comes in. Killick onto it, but he doesn't get right onto it. Poor clearance by Sterling. And we've just got a goal behind us. Heidelberg have just scored to make it 1-0 against Bentley Greens. And finally the breakthrough with Killick down on the wing now, causing mayhem. Killick tries to get in. And South Melbourne are in control. So Port with the throw through Bogaevsky on the far side. Port now pushing forward. Co-commentator at the moment is Leo Vlahaki, who's chairman of the cultural committee of the Greek committee. Oh! And the ball's still three. It's gone in.
Wow.
So Port Melbourne have pulled the goal back, and I think that was through Aruna.
3-2, wow.
3-2, Leo.
Game
the
on,
game's
mate.
on now.
Look, you've got
All
to say,
to play for.
Port deserved that.
They certainly did. They finally made the breakthrough. They've been struggling to get that goal. They finally made the breakthrough, and the game is on. Leo, you sound like you're excited watching this game.
This has been an absolute corker, hasn't it?
It certainly has.
The first half was willing. I thought maybe they'll be tired out a little bit, but I'll tell you what, they're still cracking in. Ooh.
So Yosifidis is with the ball, and they have a crack.
And it's just it's the stage now where South Melbourne can't sit back. There's just too much time.
Mm-hmm.
And Port's had some really decent chances. The guy that's really impressed me is their number 7, Kai Lister.
Kai Lister, yeah, we had him written down too. Kai Lister's and a player that's one for the future.
But
There's quite a few.
For me, that 41 for Hellas, Toby.
Yeah.
Geez, I tell you what, he's an impressive unit, isn't he?
He's a big lad, but he's also got good work rate, and good level of skill.
He works hard. He's smart on the ball.
And he did make it
good as well.
I thought he made a difference when he came on.
Definitely.
In the first half.
Well, listen, the bloke's 6'3" and 100 kilos, and the fastest guy in the squad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That one I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, Leo, your role at the Greek community. Oh, sorry. Oh, we go. This is the number 13. Whoa, that was Fayaz, another impressive player.
Very.
Had the opportunity there to equalise. Oh, it's hard to get anything in here. The game's so exciting, Leo.
Yeah.
Let's just go with it, Leo.
Absolutely.
So corner now for Port, and that'll be Fayaz is taking that. Port looking to do the short ones. Cleared by South Melbourne. So, Leo, in your role does football come under your role as culture?
Oh, technically, but no. I've got to say, Mike Karaminos has been the real powerhouse behind this whole event.
Mm-hmm.
And it's heartening that we've got the women's tournament starting tomorrow, and we've got the junior program later in the year.
And I think a bit of a theme coming through, Leo, is the diversity of the Greek community.
Definitely.
In terms of interests, of course, men, women, sports, religion, a whole heap of a range of stuff. And also the problem of including all those interests within the Greek community.
It's a constant curl it.
Oh!
If you don't mind.
Terry Papin.
Corner.
Mate, that's a Terry Henry class goal.
Jeez,
and the linesman's nodding his head there in approval. Oh, what a goal. Well, I'd say that might have...
I reckon...
a goal worthy of wrapping it up.
All over.
Wow.
All
right.
All right, done. Let's take it.
Leo, you're getting... Oh, that's a photo with our Bill in it. No. Come on.
Really?
Oh, that's never happened.
Thanks, Leo.
Good on ya.
And well done for your hard work.
Thanks, mate. You guys too. And
And behind us, goals galore as Bentley Greens equalise against Heidelberg in the Shield final.
And I'll see you at Antipodes 22nd.
Yeah, 100%, Leo, but I'm not
mate.
coming to that headphone thing. And so with me, joining me now is Bill Papastadiadis, Chairman of the Greek Orthodox Community of Melbourne and Victoria and Chairman of South Melbourne Hellas. Welcome, Bill.
It's a great tournament. I'm here today as an independent.
Of course you are.
Because we love football, we love the community, we love our youth, we love our clubs, and that transcends our own personal loyalties. So I think we are all a winner through this tournament. And so well done to the work that you've done in terms of ensuring that we've got proper coverage of this tournament, giving these kids and these players a voice and a platform. And hopefully we've seen some future stars.
I think there's a few boys there. I've
Thierry just scored a cracker.
I know, what a name. What a name. Thierry Papin.
Yeah.
You know,
Papadimitriou is his dad's name. We'll call it Lee Papadimitriou. We know Lee very well. Good friends. And Thierry played with my son Lee for quite a few years at South in the juniors. And has always been a very good player, and he demonstrated it today.
Well, what's also interesting, Bill, is that the last year, or over a year, South Melbourne has been pushing through their under-23. So
10 players played seniors last year.
So these boys know you perform.
And still won a championship.
Yeah, these boys know that they perform, the doors open.
Esteban does not fear youth. He welcomes it, and it's inspirational for all of the players to know that they've got an opportunity to advance, playing for one of the great clubs of the country.
Now, Bill, one of the interesting themes that have come out from our talk today, and I'll say it again, and the people at home might be sick of me saying it, but is the diversity of the Greek community in their interests, in their backgrounds. Some people are half Greek, and
100%.
My
100%.
My son's girlfriend is half Greek, half Samoan. I've met half
Samoan?
Greek, half Greek, half Japanese. I've met.
Wow,
it's unbelievable.
Well, that's the multicultural city we live in. We are proud of our multiculturalism, of our cosmopolitanism, of our diversity. We need to celebrate it. We need to encourage government to continue to support it and fund it. We've had the benefit of a few people like Aramitos and Active Orthopedics who have been funding this tournament.
Along with others, yes.
Along with quite a few others. So, and congratulations to Iris Springvale for putting on a cracker event.
Yeah.
Today. Live music, food, gyro, atmosphere. Even Melbourne put on some of its best weather.
Yes. Oh, well, top weather. A little bit too top, but it's all good.
Oh, no, it's perfect. At this time of the night, it's perfect, I think.
Yeah, now it's starting to...
And we've witnessed some really quality football. Now, I went and saw the seniors last night, South versus Oakland. It was a good game. But may I say to you, this is a great game today.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a great game. And it's been end-to-end. And honestly, you couldn't have picked the result because Port Melbourne have had their opportunities.
And here's one now coming, Bill. With Aruna trying to drive into the box. Again, it's going out for a goal kick, or no, we're going for a corner. So, yeah, sorry, Bill.
So we're excited about this. We'll be progressing to the women's, as you know, starting tomorrow.
Which excites me, Bill.
And me too. My daughter played for a number of years at Heidelberg and South. And Box Hill, and I fell in love with women's football, watching my daughter play NPL for so many years. Unfortunately, COVID put an end to the interest/careers of a few players, including my daughter. And so, whatever we can do to ignite that flame, we're going to try and keep doing.
Why not?
And then we're going to bring the juniors. I think Oakley's expressed interest, Northcote's expressed interest for the juniors, and we'll have a lot of clubs with a lot of parents giving these kids a taste of what it means to be part of our community.
And on that note, of course, the Hellenic, or the Greek community of Melbourne and Victoria has festival.
Not too far away, 22, 23 February.
3 weeks.
We're excited. It'll be a lot of fun.
Well, wouldn't you know? The 16's the unlucky 16, Rolando. I've got 2 16s. I don't know who they are. I'm one on each side.
About 7 minutes to go, Bill.
7 minutes?
And what a great job Rolando's done, eh?
Oh, yeah, another one.
Put it together. He's a magician.
The tournament king. The king of tournaments.
Seamless. We didn't even know that it's what the organisation is, because he just makes sure it works perfectly. And many thanks to him and to his team. And we're very grateful for everything he does for our community. He looks Greek too.
Greek-Chilean.
He looks like he comes from, I don't know, Crete or Cyprus.
Comes from the south of Greece and Chile.
Yeah, definitely. All the way from Chile.
We were there first, Bill.
Absolutely, we were there. We were everywhere first. We're even on the moon, if you ask me. And I'm sure when Musk sends someone to Mars, it'll be a Greek on board.
So South with the ball now on the far side. Still plenty of time for Port to pull one back. And the referee... Ooh. I don't know, Bill, do you remember this referee, Perry Muir?
Absolutely, I do.
Mate, he's a legend.
Absolutely.
Legend referee.
He's been around for a while, has he not?
Yeah. I remember him back in the NSL days, refereeing games then.
That's the beauty of this tournament. There's quality everywhere, on and off the field, including yourself.
Oh, thanks, Bill. I'll remember to give you an extra special mention.
Absolutely.
There you go.
That's how we work.
No, I've been doing the tournament for 3 years.
I know.
And it's been a lot of fun.
Do you think it's been one of the best ones?
Yeah, I definitely, to be honest with you, I think the first one was the best one because
Which one was that?
In Mill Park.
Yeah, I enjoyed
only
that one.
Only because it was the renewal of the Greek Cup.
Yes.
But definitely, I mean, there's been improvements every year, and but that first one sort of had something magical about it.
I did enjoy it, and they were great hosts.
Yep.
And this is the beauty of this tournament. It's given me the opportunity to connect with some wonderful people, some great people who hopefully have become friends for life.
Well, that's what we were saying with Lee Samaras earlier, that being in the game is not just about the code itself, but it's also about building up friendships.
1000%.
Lifelong bonds.
Yeah, absolutely.
We saw it with the Masters that were playing there that running on defibrillators and oxygen.
Yes, and ambulances. One ambulance per player. Absolutely. Yes. Did we have some big names in the Masters?
Oh, yeah. Gus Tsalakis.
Wow.
Was one.
He was a champion.
But some of them I didn't recognise because they got old, not like me, Bill.
Yeah, no, you look like you did when you were 14.
Yes, that's right. So Port Melbourne looking to get back into the game. Tur making a great run. He gets the ball to Lister. Oh, straight at the keep. Oh, you missed the rebound. Oh.
Great opportunity there. They had a good opportunity to score.
Still isn't over. It's not over to the last whistle.
What happened here?
Oh, we've got the penalty shootout. It's all happening, Bill. Penalty shootout over here.
Oh, my God. I'm gonna side off because it's getting too exciting for my heart.
All right, thanks,
over to
Bill.
you to call it through.
Thanks for your help, Bill, and all the best, mate.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay. Oh, it's all happening here, and that was a great run by Turn. Lister had the shot, rebounded off the keeper in Charleston, and came back to Lister and couldn't get to it. So Port not out of it yet. Man of the moment, Papin gets the through ball, looking for Killick. And I think in this game you've seen the goal of the tournament before by Thierry Papin. That's got to be the goal of the tournament. Goal of the tournament, that one. So Port trying to keep going forward. trying to look for Aruna. Mastos. Still with the ball. Finds Bogaevsky. Again with Bogaevsky. South Melbourne recover the ball, but Mastos. Little nuggety Mastos. Key player. Poor jump forward. That was Foster trying to get onto that long ball, but the keeper was well up to it. Killick in a massive battle with Bogaevsky. Bogaevsky gets away with the ball. Long ball. Only a few minutes left in this game. Lister in the battle for the ball over there. Throw in for Port. Cleared by South. Referee had a quick look at his watch. I think that's Tur. The ball finds its way out to Killick. Plays it on to the number 16 for South. Back to Killick. He's got plenty of support. Out to Pert. Pert goes looking wide for Killick. Killick with his touch finds some space. It's ahead. Goes out to the number 16 for South. Gets his crossing. And that's it. South Melbourne claim the title for 2025 in emphatic fashion, 4-2. Two great goals by Terry Papin. Goals to George Saravas Stavros. Feel sorry for Port Melbourne. They were courageous in defeat. Some great play there by Liam Mastos and players like Philip Markovsky, Kai Lister. For South Melbourne, Toby Simeone, Terry Papin, also Noah Barrack and Thomas Killick. So first trophy for South Melbourne in 2025. We thank you very much and we look forward to hearing from you and seeing you in 2026.